Hey, UNacheMaxwell here, just to give you a few ideas about this game that I've started playing. You know, I didn't even know about this. One of my friends had to get me into it. I've been playing Let It Die on the PS4. It's a free-to-play game. Oh, I'm going to do a special attack here. And then when an enemy is on the ground, you can stomp on them, and usually kill them. You can stomp on them twice usually before they get up. Basically, this is a free-to-play game that I've been playing on the PlayStation 4, and just trying to get a good grasp of it before I, talk to you guys about it, because it's enjoyable. There's some drawbacks. There's some really good things about it. First of all, I'm showing you just a floor that I did recently, and just to show you a bit of the fighting of the game, which can get a little monotonous, because it's not very, it's not like a Dark Souls or anything like that, where it's very strategic and everything like that. A lot of times you can just spam your attacks and you'll do okay, or run around in a circle until they attack you and then counter. So the actual fighting is not that hard. The game is considered a roguelike in which you can fully lose a character. So the character I'm leveling up right now is Desmond, and basically if he died here, he would become what's called a hater, and I would have to then get to this spot again and kill him in order for me to get that character back. However, I think they made it a little bit too easy, because you can also pay and kill coins in order to get that character back as well, and your Uncle Death would do it for you. So I think the roguelike aspect of it is too forgiving for you. But I'm used to playing a lot of roguelike games and really enjoying them. So this is more of a slower-paced, casual type of thing, which makes sense with something that is free to play. And to that aspect, I'm not even quite sure what the paid currency is for and everything. I didn't even look at it, and I can't really find ways to pay to win for this game. So I do find it enjoyable that way. That it's definitely more about the grind of the long haul and grind for it. It's very enjoyable that way. And there's a lot of different weapons and things like that. And also another reason why it's not as roguelike is the mastery system for the weapons. If you get good with the hammers, like I'm using right now with one character, all the characters have that strength with the hammers. So each weapon can level up 20 times, and all of that is shared through your account as opposed to per fighter. So that is one thing that is is pretty awesome, and I enjoyed that fact, but I felt like it made it too easy, and I didn't care if I'm going to lose a character or not, because they're actually pretty rapid to level up. You go through a floor once or twice, and then you have enough experience to level up enough where you won't have to really worry about what floor you're starting on and things like that. At least from my experience, I'm only on floor 6 right now, and I haven't beat the first full boss. So this might change as that happens, and this is definitely a first impressions type of video. And like this guy, I think he should have saw me right there with how the AI is, and then I can just stomp him and finish him off. But yeah, things like that are really make it a little bit easier and more casual game. This video is split into two separate parts. This first part is this floor, and then I'll show you some raids that I did on other players' bases. And basically how that looks is, you level up these fighters. You can have a certain amount of fighters, and you can level up how many fighters you can have. You can place those fighters on defense in your own base and be able to have them protect your kill coins and your resources. Oh, this is the first time I ever encountered these mushrooms, so I just had to puke my guts out. And when you get toxic, you have to vomit in order to not die. So I wasn't quite sure what to expect when I got over to them. And oh, I'm actually about to explode myself too, so this is a pretty funny spot, because I'm like, okay, I'm running out of inventory space. I have boom shrooms. I might as well throw them at an enemy. And of course, the first enemy I come across is a hater, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna have to get clear away. So you just enjoy that as that happens. So yeah, and then everybody, all the other players can raid you and you know, try to get a percentage of your resources from your bank, and that can definitely you know, that's definitely a fun part. But it's not like overdone. It's not like they get a large percentage, but you do risk them being able to capture your character, and you know, you have a 48-hour period in order to get them back, or they will become one of the other players' characters. And but the thing is, everybody can choose a team to be on. You know, there's a team for each of the 50 states, and then there's a lot of countries that have teams as well. And everybody from your team has a chance to help you get your character back. So usually it doesn't last very long to have a captured person. I've only, you know, captured one for, you know, about 4 or 5 hours, I would say. And that was probably because I was continuing to play and, you know, collect resources from that player. So that's definitely a very fun aspect of it, and it definitely seems like it's a, you know, it's a well balanced. The teams, oh boy, the teams are very unbalanced, because, you know, you can just choose whatever team you want to be on, but a lot of people choose either what state or country they're from. So there's certain states that have, like, the biggest one is like California, that has, you know, over 6,000 members, which makes it, you know, a little bit more interesting to have rivalries that way. But it's bad, and you know, as you attack and get attacked by other teams, then your team can have like a contest with that other team, and it'll be like, you know, for 24 hours, the team who gets the most points against the other team then wins and gets some bonus resources and items. So it's pretty interesting that way, and that's you know, a very fun aspect of it, I would think. And whenever there's a battle, I try to make myself a part of it as much as possible. So this is about to end my part of the video that is showing the actual floor. Once again, combat, you know, it's fun, and the visuals are very nice and very well, though it's very simple. The rooms and the floors, it's actually like a module system that they use. Like, you'll see the same rooms and structures, but every time you visit, they might mix them up and, you know, have them enter and exit different ways. So you're not exactly quite sure which direction a particular exit is. So if you're looking for a particular exit, you still have to explore and, you know, have some fun with it. Though a lot of the modules are repetitive, some modules on lower floors are on higher floors. So it's a little bit more difficult that way to, you know, really get engaged with it. When you're like, oh, you know what, I've been here before, I know where the exit to this particular room is, let me just get through it. What I just saw there was a boss button. I hit that button, it opens up a boss battle, so I was like, this guy's only level 15, max he can be level 25, I might as well level him up. Coming up is a few PvP matches now. Well, actually it's more like PvE, as the computer takes control of the defenders of another person's base. And basically you just have to do enough damage to their base to basically get rewards. And if you damage it more than 50%, you get rewards. If not, you know, you don't, and the defender wins. So this defender had, I believe, only the 2 enemies, and you know, which makes it easy. And then you just go over and pummel the bank, the banks. Oh, yeah, 3 enemies. You just pummel the banks and, you know, get the resources that way. Once it's, you only have 3 minutes to attack another person's base, so that also gives it a bit of, you know, urgency. So you're trying to run through and do that. The raiding is fun. Like I devote at least, you know, some time to each day to running around and on the floors and, you know, trying to advance the story that way, get new blueprints for research and development, upgrade my stuff. And then a lot of times I'll just be like, okay, I'm just going to be doing some raids and having some fun. And raids are the way to get a lot of resources. As you see, I got 3,500 3,500 kill coins and 1,700 splitanium. I forget, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the hard to get resource. And you know, the raiding is a really good way to get those resources. Then you level up your stuff and go from there. But in order to get new stuff, new blueprints, things like that, you need to go through the floors. And also getting new types of fighters. I actually only have 3 types of fighters right now. One is an all-rounder, one is a collector, and the other one is a striker. So, and each one has different stats, different max levels, and everything.